Welcome back to another episode of DDO 10-Minute Tips. This is part 2 of Shipwrecked Shores, picking up from where we left off last time. As you should be able to see, nothing has changed on the screen except for where the snowflakes are. Alright, so we left off with doing our daily dice roll. If you notice, the silver dot up here is gone. So, since we can't do anything else with that, we're going to close. Okay, let's get into your inventory here. Okay, inventory. You can access it through... No, you can't. My mistake. Okay, so to get to your inventory, unless you've changed it, the default is I for inventory. It brings up this box. There are two major tabs. There's one that breaks it down by inventory type, item type, and the other is a little bit different. It allows you to equip your character with helmets and necklaces and baubles and cloaks and armor and rings, and when you have a weapon, it'll show up here. If you have two weapons, so one in your main hand and offhand, it'll show up here. Ammunition. If you have a quiver, the quiver will show here. If you've got a bow or a crossbow, and what ammo is equipped, whether it be arrows or bolts. Weapon sets allows you to combine anything that's basically not a two-handed weapon into one of these, and then you can put it down into your hotbar. Cosmetics, cosmetic swords, if you want to change the appearance of your character, they're non-functioning. They just show up on your character. Alright, hotbars are ways of quickly accessing your skills, weapons, spells, potions, and a whole lot of other things. And you can drag onto your hotbar from either the list or this screen. Some things you don't need to put on there, like in this case, thieves' tools, because whenever you go to pick a lock, they're automatically used. You don't need to put arrows down here unless it's a certain special case and need access to it, a certain type of arrow. Potions you can put down in your hotbars. So we're going to take a moment here. I don't have any weapons yet. When you use your hotbars, you want to group things together that are frequently or used roughly the same amount of time. Like maybe put all your weapons on one, or if you do weapons and spell casting, you have some weapons and some spells. How you do it is actually up to you. All you have to do is click on the item you want to move and drag it down to a hotbar location. You can move between hotbars doing the same thing. If you want to rearrange things in your hotbar, you click and drag to where you want it to go. If that slot is currently occupied, they swap spaces. Now, DDO gives you up to 20 hotbars. If you're like me, with limited real estate, you want to keep those to as much of a minimum as possible, but still have the most amount of things available. So most things can be put onto your hotbar. Some things you don't need to put on your hotbar. That'd be like your those bonus experience points we got from our daily dice roll. When you have them, you can just double click. Brings up a dialog box, asks if you're sure you want to use them on this character. Click yes, and it adds. And if you notice down here, we've got some blue on here indicating how far we've progressed through our first rank. At the end of each rank, you'll get an action point which you can spend on enhancements, which we'll cover later. Okay, so there really isn't that much else we can do here. We don't have any weapons, armor and shields. We just have our starter rags. No clothing, no rings. We have the one potion for the Slayer count boost. Certain things, when you go to sell, you may not want to sell and not take a risk of selling. You would just click this lock icon. It goes from open to closed, and it won't show up in your sales. We don't have any wands, no scrolls, no spell components. These three generally as a thief we won't be using, and miscellaneous carries other things that doesn't fit into any of the other categories. We have 50 thieves tools. We don't want to sell those, so we're going to lock those. Lesser Heart of Wood, which is used for reincarnation. It won't show up in when you go to sell things, but generally I lock it anyway. Okay, so let's move on a little bit. Alright, so back to Jeets and see what's going on. Okay, now we've completed one object. We spoke with Jeets. It got a check. Now we have a new objective: obtain a weapon from the rogue, which is unchecked. So we move up to where Jeets is, and when he is in our focus orb, then we can speak to him. We can either double click on him, where we have to mouse over and double click, or whatever's focused on, we can hit the F key and it brings up our dialog box or performs an action. It's case sensitive. So here's a weapon for us, but then we have to do him a favor. Alright, so, well, that depends on what he wants. I'll take that as yes. Here, you look like you could use this quarterstaff. Don't have any options, so we take the quarterstaff. Alright, now, we have it, but it's not available for use. Okay, over here we've got some notes that came up. Quest objectives, goes through, explains a little more about them. The I key we just went through. Okay, now he wants us to try it out. We can come over here into our inventory by pressing the I key. Go to our weapons. We have a moldy quarterstaff. Mold. Okay, and we can double click to equip it. Or if that's what we want, then we can drag it down to our hotbar for easy access. So let's just go double click it for now. The Dungeon Master comes up and gives us a little dialogue. Okay, equip our weapon. That's a quest objective. We've done that. And we're supposed to speak with Jeets again. But let's get into a little bit of combat here. Alright. So, once again, whatever's focused on will Okay, so right-clicking on your mouse will do combat. Now, non-player characters you can't hit. Party members you can't hit. However, come over here. We have a crate. Name of it came up. It's highlighted a bit. Go back up. And take our focus away from it. It goes dark. So that's how you can, one way you can tell where your focus is. So we're focused on it. We swing. And voila. It breaks. Alright, another point of information has come up. Gives you a little more explanation about it. Okay. Now, looks like we have 54 copper pieces in that particular box. We can mouse over and double click to pick it up, or change our focus by moving a little bit and hit the F key to pick it up. Now we go back into our inventory and it automatically converts into the next higher coinage as necessary. We had 54 coppers, which is 5 silver and 4 coppers. You have gold, platinum, and account for dragon shards. So we can toddle around, try it out. Okay, looks like we're getting some lag here. You notice how jerky the motion is? It happens. Okay, here we got 3 starter potions of heal light wounds. Alright, up here you'll see it's focused. We can hit F and it picks it up. Go to the next one. Another 103 copper pieces. Pick those up too. Try another barrel. And nothing in there. Okay, now the lag seems to have gone away. See how much smoother it has gotten. We'll go over lag a little bit later. Now I'm not sure if we want to start off with a quarterstaff. So we come back to Sheets. Jeets. Sheets is a convenience store. We hit F. Do you have any others? We can take a great axe, heavy mace, longsword, quarterstaff, rapier, light crossbow and bolts, or go ahead and keep it. Okay. Now, thieves aren't supposed to be main combat. They're supposed to be the sneaky, stab the guy in the back type. Running solo, you really don't have a choice but to go with the heaviest weapon you can get your hands on that you can use without taking beating and without taking a beating on your rolls. Alright, well let's just go ahead and keep the quarterstaff. Okay, so what task? Okay, here's the deal. Okay, so he wants us to deliver a message to Selimus in a cave. That's it. Give them a message to this Selimus. Click on that. Well, I'm sure Selimus would appreciate any help you can give her too. Very well, I'll go to this cave and help her. Okay, so we've done that. Now to go find Selimus in the grotto. Another notification has come up and tells us about the map, which we shall do next time. So we're going to wrap it up here. Alright, boys and girls, remember, keep your weapons sharp and clean.